let me ask you this. Playing approach.
Uh-huh.
None of those guys that you mentioned, I mean, some of them did in certain parts, but like, how did the no pick thing come about for the approach? Especially like with the Stevie Ray where it's like heavy pick, the side of the pick, not the point. But like, how did that come about? Of course, we have Jeff Beck and some other players, but like the first one that comes to mind is like Jeff Beck, no pick.
Yes.
Dude, where did that even come from? How did that even start?
So check this out. So I'm a lefty.
Naturally?
Yes.
Like you write with your left hand?
I write with my left hand.
Okay.
Everything I do, whether it's like holding the steering wheel or a fork or drinking, whatever, I'm like a lefty.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I picked up a guitar, I wanted to hold it lefty. And I remember that my guitar, when my parents bought me my first guitar, it came with a free intro to guitar lesson, how to hold your guitar, what the strings were called, you know. And I walked in, I was holding it like a lefty.
Okay.
And my first guitar teacher goes, hold on, flip the guitar, and he puts it, and I'm like, okay. And then he goes, okay, this is your fretting hand, this is your picking hand. And I remember instantly when he did that, I started to strum the strings with my fingers, because the easiest way to put it, when I play the guitar, I like to feel the string under my finger, just like on your fretting hand when you play, I can feel that, the vibration. When I strike it, I want to feel. So when I first started though, he goes, no, you're playing with a pick. Can I grab one of these picks?
Yeah. Okay. I was hoping you would, because I'm really curious to see.
So it started and I had the pick, but since I'm a lefty, I never felt like I could really get it in. And I remember the first lick I learned was, and I was like, yeah, cool. But then my friends would start to play like fast stuff, and I never could I couldn't get that, So when I got into Stevie, I was like, all right, I'm gonna use a pick because Stevie uses a pick.
Yes.
So I was using these super fat picks, right? And when I play, I would, I'm gonna make fun of myself. It's hard to play with a pick. But I noticed if I use the pick in my finger, it was like, okay, well, there's a little. So going down with the pick, up with the finger.
Right.
Then I started to do this thing where I'd put the pick there, right?
Okay.
And I started to. And then, because everyone said, hey, you're not going to be a professional guitar player unless you use a pick.
What?
So I'd always have it. And then I remember I was like 17 going on 18, and I did not have a guitar pick on me, and I had to play a gig. So I was like, I'll just try and use my fingers. And the first thing I noticed, there was a lot of stuff that was hard, but I went, well, if my thumb always goes down like a pick, and then I can pull up with my index, middle, and ring, I kind of have a thing. And then I have to, really adjust my attack. But then I started to, someone's like, how are you going to play rhythm? And I was like, well, that already sounds pretty good.
Sure.
And then I just kind of fine-tuned it, but it's a very simple way that I'm playing. And like you said, how did that start? I think it's because I was a lefty, and I never felt fully comfortable with the pick. And then I didn't have anyone to teach me fingerstyle like this. So all those hours that I was sitting there trying to learn how to play and figuring stuff out, I just started to make up kind of my own vibe.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't missing anything when you switched over to the hand just now. Like,
Totally.
I didn't hear anything where it was like, oh, we should have had the pick there or something. Like,
well,
I didn't hear that.
To go off on a tangent now a little bit, is with the fingers, there's so much nuancy stuff and so much expression I feel like I get out of that compared to a pick, right?
Right.
So the way that I attack the string, how much, and the volume's very low, but. I feel like there's a different sensitivity.
It's more personal there.
Yeah, and when I play like those blues licks, right? When I was playing like a. But I had to figure out different stuff like, okay, well, how do I make for instance, a pinch harmonic, So when I'm up.